How we doing? Been a while since we've turned on the camera. We're here today to talk about Overwatch 2. And more so if I personally am done with Overwatch 2. The answer is, short answer is right now, yeah. Overwatch to me has become it's become very hard to actually sit there and play. Not because I don't like the game, not because I don't like Overwatch as a whole, but sort of a lot of things that go into it. For one, I don't want it to just be everything here on the channel. I don't want everything to just be Overwatch, because I feel like I'm more heavily interested in a lot of the other different things that I would like to make content about. I feel like there's a lot more stuff that I'm personally more passionate about, and the stuff I want to talk about and I want to enjoy, and I don't want everything to just be Overwatch, which is why you'll see on the channel now that we've broken into a bit of Elden Ring, putting some Elden Ring videos out there. I want to put out some Bloodborne, some Dark Souls. I want to get back to making Dungeons and Dragons content, because I used to do that here and then I kind of fell off for a little bit with doing it, and I would like to pick that back up and do that again. But another sort of big reason as to why I haven't been as invested in Overwatch or doing a lot of Overwatch lately is I'm heavily burnt out of it, and just, I guess, hero shooters in general. Like, I was excited for Rivals to come out, and I've barely been playing any Rivals at all. It's not I don't care for it, it's just I don't really want to play it. It doesn't really interest me much. I guess, caring for it and being interested in it is the same thing. But I've become a lot more invested in either solo sort of story games, or at least online games that have a little bit more of a better community, which is probably the biggest thing for why I'm not into Overwatch right now. I can't stand seeing shit online about Overwatch. It bugs me. It's just everywhere you look there's people arguing, and it's a lot of sort of the Marvel Rivals and Overwatch debate. It's just people arguing, oh, Rivals is better, oh, the Overwatch is like, just kiss already, like, fucking hell. It sucks. It sucks to actually want to try and do something positive, where over here you have someone being like, get on Rivals, and then like, okay, and then like you're on Rival and it's like, oh, Overwatch is better. It's like, shut up. It sucks. It's the most annoying thing. You are insufferable, and it's hard to be invested in a game when that is all you see about it. You don't actually see any positivity really going around or anything like that. It's just sort of people dooming no matter where you look. I was sat in Flats' stream yesterday as of recording this, probably the same day anyway, but I was listening to what Flats had to say, and I don't usually watch Flats or keep up with a lot of what Flats does, but I decided, his stream title was Let's Talk About Overwatch, and I was like, okay, I'll listen in for a little. Flats actually had a lot of decent stuff to say. What Flats was basically saying, he was saying that Overwatch right now is in an identity crisis. It doesn't know what it wants to do, which I kind of agree with. Overwatch is trying a little too hard to be everyone else, and over time Overwatch has sort of lost what made it so great in the first place, and why Overwatch stood out so much back then. The same sort of reason why Marvel Rivals is standing out so much now. Playing Marvel Rivals, it feels like old Overwatch. Doesn't grab me in the same way, but it does feel like, okay, this is what Overwatch was like, if that makes any sort of sense. Overwatch itself has sort of become like it wants to be everything else. We're going to take a bit of Valorant, we're going to take a bit of Fortnite, and we're going to put it in here. Where Overwatch did best when it was doing its own thing, and it wasn't trying to do what everyone else was doing. Like, they've got the whole black market now thing, the night market, I forget what it's called, Maximum Vault, which is a cool idea, don't get me wrong. I like it. Just giving a sale on a shop, that's all it is. I've seen the likes of Stylosa saying it's a sad new monetization thing. It's just a sale, that's all it is. I would be a little sad if they Big Max up for just a shop. That would be a little sad, but nothing wrong with having a little sale going on. But back to what Flats was saying, he was saying, yeah, Overwatch is an identity crisis, and Overwatch has a lot of issues, and he thinks that 222 Overwatch 6v6 is the way to go. I personally agree. 6v6 is better. Playing 6v6 on Overwatch now does feel better than playing 5v5, but playing 6v6 isn't enough to keep me coming back. And how, like, sort of genuinely sad it is to watch Overwatch slowly still going downhill. It's not enough. It's not enough to keep me playing, to keep me coming back, because you have 6v6 there, and if they reverted it to 6v6 tomorrow, it wouldn't fix anything, because, you know, people who enjoy 6v6 might not come back to the game, and then people who enjoy 5v5 will leave the game because they don't want to play 6v6. And I agree with everything that Flat said about that. Like, it's pretty much all Flat was talking about. Not all he was talking about, you know what I mean. But I agree with that. It's not going to fix much, because you still have overpriced skins in the shop. People that think the shop is too expensive. You have the mythics that are way too expensive. The gilded aspects for the mythics, they're way too expensive. Barely anyone I know is gonna pay for them. I don't even have one myself. They're way too expensive. And they have things like bad balance. You have overpowered tanks, or then you nerf tanks, and then your supports can become way too overpowered. And then you're like, okay, we'll fix some passive here, we'll change some aspect, and then your DPS are way too strong. And I by the time I got to stream, he was only sort of, I think, finishing up on the fact that role passives are a bad thing in terms of like getting less ult charge off of tanks, the CC reduction, the healing passives and whatnot, the damage reduction passives and stuff like that just needs to go. Because unlike Rivals, where if you have a little bit of ult charge left, alright, you'll shoot into the tank to sort of get your ult that little bit quicker. There's no incentive to really shoot the tank in Overwatch, because you're doing less headshot damage, you're doing less CC, you're gaining less ult charge. There's not really much there to be like, right, shoot the tank. So you're just gonna focus on everything else, but then you also can't shoot everything else because your tank is standing in the way, and it's a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into Overwatch. What are you doing? There's a lot of issues with Overwatch that need to be fixed, and like Flats was saying, is Overwatch needs to figure out how to reinvent itself, because right now it's not doing anything. And I've been saying this for a while, that there hasn't been a lot of actual genuine content from Overwatch lately. I know people are saying, oh, we just got a new hero and map reworks, and we got 2 maps last season. It's not enough. It's not enough, because if every season all you get is either a new map or 1 new hero and a battle pass, and that's really it, getting halfway into the season, I stopped playing. I don't have any incentive to really play anymore. It's just, you know, mid-season patch might come back, you know, there's that, because checking the balance patch. You do have the Overwatch Classic stuff going on right now, which is fun. I do enjoy it, and that is something to get on and play. But in terms of like brand new content, not really much there, and other games are gonna outgrow it. You've got Marvel Rivals that I think are releasing 8 are planning to release 8 heroes a year, 4 to 5 maps a year, versus Overwatch 3 heroes a year, 2 or 3 maps a year. It's gonna be outgrown, but that's all just gameplay, or like, it's all numbers and whatnot and comparing. In terms of just base Overwatch gameplay, I still enjoy it. It's still fun to play. I do like playing as Soldier, Genji, Reinhardt. But yeah, I'm not invested anymore. I don't feel connected to the world. I don't feel invested in the world. And that's why Overwatch was so impactful on me. Overwatch had its story. It had its characters who were amazing. You had all these great stories. And that's sort of why I want to keep telling stories, the stories of Overwatch, of all the characters and such, like we have been doing for the past 2 months or so. I've been really enjoying doing that, because it's nice to look back and actually see what was going on with these characters and the stories that we have been neglected and we've been robbed of. And we'll always be a firm believer that the best thing Overwatch can do right now is give us a full animated series just like Arcane. That would be the best thing if Blizzard actually cared about this game and its fan base. The best thing they could do would to give Overwatch an animated series, because I don't think Overwatch is going to hold on to me much longer. Will I always love Overwatch? Yes, I will always love Overwatch. I'll always still keep up to date on it, what's going on, same way I do with Apex Legends. I don't play Apex Legends much anymore. I'll come back to it every few months, play it for a little, but I don't play Apex Legends long term anymore. I'm still there, I'm still looking at all the stuff that goes on. I still love Apex Legends, always will love Apex Legends, but my biggest issue with Overwatch is just the online community. It's not great. It's a lot of people being angry, a lot of people being real sad about stuff and bringing people down, and it's not a nice place to be. So that's kind of my biggest issue for not wanting to be part of Overwatch or getting so invested. But again, always love it, always will love it. One of the best franchises, best universes that I've ever seen. And like, just in the meantime, I've been playing games that are a lot more fun, a lot more positive in the community, like Helldivers 2. Let me tell you about it. I don't need to, you guys know enough about Helldivers 2. Great game, great community, really enjoyable. Would love to make some content on it soon, perhaps. But this video is getting long enough. Basically, am I done with Overwatch? For now, yes. I'll post a video maybe once a week on Overwatch, but right now it's not my main focus, and it probably won't be for a little bit. But again, not saying I hate it, I still love Overwatch. Still love you, Overwatch. But yeah, that is all I have time for this video. It's getting kind of late, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you did enjoy, hit that subscribe button. Would mean so much. And if you want to see some more story content on either Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Overwatch, maybe some Helldivers, make sure to hit the bell notification to be notified when all videos go up. But yeah, we're back making a bunch of videos. I kind of took a little break, making maybe one video per week, just due to all the story content. They take a little longer to make. There's more footage and more stuff that goes into it, more research. But I'm gonna try to get a few more videos out now per week, keep stuff coming out. But yeah, I've talked on long enough. Have a good one. I love you. See you in the next one.